Welcome to MedTech Evolution video series BPACNZRx. Steps to map a medical warning. On selecting and opening an existing medical warning for a patient that requires mapping to an NZF-based medical warning, you will be required to check and complete the following actions. 1. Confirm the date of onset. The medical warning date field has been renamed date of onset, just here. Therefore, it's important that you check the accuracy of this date and change it if necessary to better reflect the adverse reaction that was first observed. Step 2. Remap the new medical warning type. To assist in selecting the new medical warning type for a patient medical warning, the existing MIMS-based medical warning information has been retained on the medical warning screen. That's here, the old type, the old generic group, and the old note. To remap the existing MIMS medical warning, select the type of medical warning that's appropriate, i.e. medication, other substance, other important note. If medication is selected, then select the subcategory of either alerting group or generic name, these two here. Use the ellipsis button to search and find the appropriate medical alert group or generic name, whichever is applicable. In this case, benzopenicillin has already been entered, but we could search for it in here or type penicillin. If known, it's recommended to use the generic name. If the existing MIMS medical warning was related to food, animals, or other environmental substances, it should be mapped to other substance medical warning type, this one here. Use the ellipsis button to search and find the appropriate substance which is applicable. The first list of substances to show will be the top list of common substances that people are allergic to. After that, they're in alphabetical order and can be searched for in the search screen. If there was an old note, as in this field here, in MIMS, then it will be automatically displayed in the new note field down here. When selecting Other Important Note, the new note can be entered in here. Any previous notes from MIMS will also be automatically added here. It's important to note that MedTech recognises that many clinicians have used the medical warnings module to record miscellaneous information unrelated to medications or other substances. MedTech recommends that you do not enter medication-related medical warnings on the patient's medical record using Other Important Note option, as this will introduce a clinical risk to the patient when prescribing. Ensure for medication-related medical warnings that the medication option is selected. 3. Assign severity. Recording severity is a new and important categorization for the patient medical warning. Recording of a severity is mandatory in all medical warnings. A clinical judgment is required in relation to a patient's reaction to the drug or substance. The severity of the allergy can be selected as either mild, moderate, or severe. Severe. This should be selected if the medical warning is life-threatening or severe enough for the drug substance not to be prescribed, or that the patient not be exposed to the substance. Moderate. This should be selected if the medical warning is moderate or not severe enough and the drug substance can be prescribed again if deemed necessary. It is an alert that indicates alternatives should be considered, but may be ignored based on clinical judgment. Mild. This should be selected if the medical warning is mild or tolerable for the patient. allowing the warning to be ignored if necessary, in conjunction with clinical judgment. It's an alert that may be either ignored or indicates that alternatives should be considered. Important note: if you mark the allergy warning as severe, i.e. life-threatening reaction, then in the interest of patient safety, the system will prevent accidental prescribing of medications associated with the selected generic name or alerting group. Four, check the medical warning notes. The contents of the old notes field of the existing MIMS medical warnings will automatically be displayed in the new NZF medical warning note field here. 5. Check the prescription warning status. For other substance or other important note medical warning types, indicate if you do not want them displayed when prescribing by unticking the prescription warning option. This one here. So if you do not want the other substance or other important notes to display when prescribing, take the tick out here. Once the remapping of the medical warning appears valid, click the OK to save the updated medical warning to the patient record. During the save process, the following information message will be presented to the user, advising them that the medical warning for the specific medication has been created and will prompt alert messages at the time of prescribing, including for all associated medicines contained within the same alerting group. If the updated medical warning was marked with the severity of severe, the following information will also be displayed. The medical warning will no longer be displayed in bold italics within the medical warning list for the patient, and provided there are no more medical warnings displayed in bold italics, prescribing will be permitted for the patient. Note: any severity types will show in red on the medical warning screen. If cancel was selected in the View Medical Warning screen at any point during the remapping process, it will be all your changes will be discarded and you'll return to the medical warning screen for the patient. Important note: the patient medical warning list screen will no longer be displayed in order of date. It will instead be displayed in order of severity: severe, moderate, and mild. The existing MIMS medical warnings for a patient do not need to be remapped should a patient require an e-referral or GP to GP record transfer to be completed before further prescribing within BPACNZRx.